Hi, Chris. I'm on a plant-based diet and I think I lack protein. Is it good to add plant-based protein powder like Orgain in smoothies or as a supplement? What are your thoughts? Well, there's a common misconception that a plant-based diet is deficient in protein. So I understand why you feel that way. Um, if you go get your blood work done, I think you will see that you are not deficient in protein. That would be my bet. I would be willing to bet you are not deficient in protein. Every fruit, vegetable, leafy green, nut, and seed has amino acids that your body uses to assemble proteins. This is how gorillas get their protein, from leafy greens. This is how hippopotamuses get their protein, giraffes, cows, horses, deer, right? Many huge animals on Earth get their protein from plants. And so we can too. And some high sources of protein, higher, of course, are legumes. So beans are very high in protein. Soybeans are excellent, but also like nuts and seeds. Hemp seeds are excellent, really, really good. 3 tablespoons of hemp seed in the oatmeal. I think that gives you 12 or 15 grams of protein. So that's an easy way. You can add hemp seed, almonds, and walnuts to oatmeal or to a smoothie without doing the protein powders. I don't really like the protein powders. I mean, they're a processed food, and I think you can get enough protein from whole foods and be fine. And again, it's just a lack of protein deficiency. It's almost non-existent if you're eating enough food. The way you become deficient in protein is through starvation. So if you don't eat enough food, like if you're not consuming your body's daily caloric requirement, then yes, you can become protein deficient over time. But if you're eating enough, if you're eating 3 meals a day and you're filling yourself up, you will be fine. So what I suggest you do, there's an app called MyFitnessPal, and you can enter in your meals, right? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, put in exactly what you ate and the how big the portion size was into that app, and it'll tell you how many grams of protein you got that day. And you don't need a gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. That is a myth. You need half a gram. It's basically a good target. If you weigh 150 pounds, you need about 75 grams of protein per day. So it's pretty easy to get that on a plant-based diet. It's not difficult. And again, there are things you can do to up your protein. You can eat more nuts and seeds. You can eat more legumes. The concentrated proteins and the concentrated amino acids in protein powders, I think, could be problematic, especially for cancer growth. So I would avoid those. And a lot of protein powders, unfortunately, have been found to be contaminated with heavy metals because of where they're sourcing their raw materials from. So I made a video about that years ago. If you go to Chris Beat Cancer and type in protein, you can watch my video where they did a big study on protein powders, and a lot of the plant-based protein powders were high in lead and cadmium and stuff like that.